Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. B&B spoilers. Forrester Creations Mutiny momentum builds. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers document that Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, feels slighted and emboldened. The terse talk with Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., opens the door to a mass exit from this famous fashion house. Carter believes his idea to expand Forrester Creations needs to be respected. He's rarely countered the family that runs the business, but has spoken very pointedly to the company's co-chief executive officers. Ridge may soon be an ex-best friend. Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Mathinswood, doesn't know that Carter has fallen for Hope Logan, Annika Noel. So Steffi believes Carter is purely influenced by Hope's latest need to be saved from herself. What does Hexit mean? Hope is exiting Forrester Creations and will likely be followed by Carter and others. Zend Forrester de Londemetz appears primed to go next. But beyond the obvious, Carter and Zend, the designer who could easily accept a reassignment anywhere else in FC, more Logans are in focus. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, is apoplectic. Yes, that's a deep overreaction because she knows that Ridge is in the dark about why Hope put on lingerie. But she can't help but to back Hope. So it's not a stretch to think that Brooke will financially back her daughter in a new business venture. Katie Logan, Heather Tom, might feel compelled to join her niece in a show of family unity. Steffi has no regrets. She thinks that Hope was throwing herself at John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. That didn't happen, but Hope refuses to explain herself. Hope will have no reason to protect Carter if they leave FC shortly. But that would be a moot point if their relationship is exposed before that potential point in the plot. Whit's character felt compelled to exert her authority after giving Hope a second chance. If she hadn't, especially after the event she witnessed, Hope would not have learned the lessons Steffi wanted to teach her and did. As Carter said, he and Ridge are best friends. But Carter began questioning that status recently, and now Ridge is uncertain of their bond. Ridge will have to support Steffi unless Brooke tells him what Hope was doing in the design office before Finn walked in. Assuming that doesn't happen soon, or Ridge doesn't gain insight in some other way shortly, Carter will leave FC or be fired. This year, Eric Forrester, John McCook, might be less cherry and bright at the Thanksgiving table. However, it might take until the annual Christmas party sing-along in his mansion before all of the above plays out. The tension at Forrester Creations has been building for weeks, and now it seems that the proverbial storm is finally ready to hit. A mutiny is brewing within the iconic fashion house, and the storm clouds are growing darker. The power struggle for control of the family business has reached a fever pitch, and with each passing day, more employees and family members are picking sides. As the rift between the Forresters deepens, it seems no one will come out unscathed. At the center of this tumultuous uprising is none other than Thomas Forrester. After years of simmering resentment and pent-up frustrations, Thomas has decided it's time for him to take the reins of Forrester Creations. In recent months, his efforts to prove himself have been met with resistance, both from his family and the Forrester board. But Thomas is determined. He believes that the company's future hinges on a bold new direction, one that he is more than capable of leading. His campaign for power has been subtle but effective. He's been charming key allies within the company, from the lower-level executives to the senior designers, all of whom are beginning to question Ridge Forrester's leadership. There are whispers in the halls of Forrester Creations about Thomas's innovative ideas, his fresh vision for the brand, and his undeniable talent. While Ridge and Eric Forrester remain steadfast in their loyalty to the company's legacy, there's a growing faction of employees who believe it's time for a change at the top. and that change could mean Thomas at the helm. But Thomas isn't the only one vying for control. As the stakes continue to rise, Brooke Logan, Ridge's wife, finds herself at the heart of the turmoil. Her marriage to Ridge has been tested time and time again. And now, with Thomas pushing for a corporate takeover, she's caught between family loyalty and the growing realization that her son, Ridge's namesake, may not be the ideal leader of Forrester Creations. Brooke is conflicted. She loves her husband, but her instincts as a mother tell her that it might be time for Ridge to step aside and make room for new leadership. Brooke's unease isn't helped by the fact that her own daughter, Hope Logan, has become a key player in this corporate drama. Hope, who has long been the epitome of diplomacy and family unity, finds herself increasingly drawn to Thomas's side. She's not oblivious to her brother's ambition, but she can't ignore the fact that his vision for the company has captured the imagination of the younger generation. Hope is beginning to see Forrester Creations in a different light, less as a legacy and more as a brand that must evolve to survive in a modern world. And that might just mean putting Thomas in charge, much to her mother's dismay. Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester, always the staunch defender of her father's legacy, is refusing to back down without a fight. The Forrester family matriarch, and one of the most powerful figures in the fashion industry, is becoming increasingly vocal about her disapproval of Thomas's calculated moves. Steffi believes that Ridge is the rightful leader of the company, and she is prepared to use her influence to make sure the family business stays in the hands of her father, Eric, and her brother, Ridge. However, Steffi's position is complicated by her own personal life. With the shadow of her tumultuous marriage to Liam Spencer looming large, Steffi is finding it more difficult to maintain the hardline stance she's taken in the boardroom. In recent days, Steffi has been pulled in multiple directions by her loyalty to her family, by the growing pressure from her mother, Taylor Hayes, to support Ridge, and by her own burgeoning partnership with Finn. The pressure is mounting, and it's only a matter of time before Steffi has to choose a side: her loyalty to her family or her desire for peace and unity. As the Forrester Creations mutiny gains momentum, the family's fragile alliances begin to unravel. Eric Forrester, the patriarch of the company, is struggling to maintain order. His age and health have caused him to step back from the day-to-day operations, but he remains deeply involved in the decisions that shape the future of Forrester Creations. Eric's long-standing dream was to build a legacy that would endure for generations, but as the stakes get higher, it's clear that his dream may now be in jeopardy. Ridge, too, is feeling the pressure. As the CEO of the company, he has long been the face of Forrester Creations, but he knows the company is facing a crossroads. Ridge's heart and soul are tied to Forrester Creations, but as Thomas's rise continues, he's beginning to question whether he has the stamina to keep the company afloat. The fear of losing control of his family's legacy looms large, and Ridge is torn between honoring his father's wishes and standing firm against his son's audacious ambitions. As the power struggle intensifies, the employees of Forrester Creations begin to take sides. Quinn Fuller, a longtime fixture at Forrester Creations and Ridge's stepmother, is cautiously watching from the sidelines. She sees the cracks in the foundation of the Forrester family and is weighing her options. Quinn knows that a change in leadership could provide her with an opportunity to further secure her position in the company, but she's also aware that such a shift could cause chaos. Her loyalty to her family has always been questionable, and the mounting drama within the walls of Forrester Creations may offer her the perfect chance to maneuver herself into an even more powerful position. As the Forrester family battles for control, there are more than just business stakes at play. Family ties are being tested like never before, and the question remains: who will emerge as the true leader of Forrester Creations? Ridge, Thomas, or perhaps someone else entirely. The momentum behind the Forrester Creations mutiny is undeniable, and with each new betrayal, each whispered conversation, the outcome becomes even more uncertain. As the power struggle rages on, one thing is for sure: the Forresters will never be the same again. Will Thomas succeed in taking over the company? Will Reach be able to maintain his grip on Forrester Creations? Or will someone unexpected rise to the occasion, forcing the family to confront painful truths and make difficult decisions? For the Forresters, the only thing that's certain is that their world is on the verge of a dramatic shift, and nothing will ever be the same.